Breaking news! The Denver Broncos are on a fascinating journey this season, and a move by head coach Sean Payton is sparking debate among fans and analysts. I'll tell you all about why this decision, which was criticized by some as a mistake, may actually be a stroke of genius that will benefit the team in surprising ways. Before you continue, make sure you've already hit the like button, but only do so if you believe the Denver Broncos will make it past the playoffs and into the Super Bowl. Dude, seriously, I really believe. If possible, write something like, "Go Broncos! We believe in you." So here we go. The controversy began with the Broncos' decision to flex their game against the Los Angeles Chargers on Thursday Night Football. Critics blamed this choice for the team's recent loss, pointing to the challenges of a short week of preparation. But here's the thing. Sean Payton didn't agree with this schedule change in order to prioritize winning against the Chargers. Instead, he made that decision with an eye on the big picture, giving the Broncos a schedule advantage against the Cincinnati Bengals in their next matchup. This wasn't just a gamble, it was a calculated risk. By playing on Thursday night, the Broncos secured extra preparation time for their next game while simultaneously denying the Bengals the extended break they would have had otherwise. Think about it. Cincinnati now has less time to prepare for Denver, leveling the playing field for a critical matchup in the race to the playoffs. It's the kind of forward-thinking move that speaks to Payton's strategic mindset, even if it temporarily put the team at a disadvantage in the Chargers game. And let's be honest, that loss to the Chargers wasn't about a lack of preparation. Both teams faced a short week, negating any significant edge. The Broncos, coming off a bye just weeks prior, were relatively healthy. Justin Herbert and the Chargers were equally pressed for time. Sean Payton's coaching experience on short weeks, paired with his track record in similar situations, suggests that preparation wasn't the issue. What's even more interesting is how this decision might pay dividends down the line. The Bengals, who are fighting for survival in the playoff hunt, won't have the luxury of extra rest before facing Denver. Meanwhile, the Broncos now have 9 full days to regroup, strategize, and fine-tune their approach. This extended break could be pivotal as the team prepares to face one of the AFC's most dynamic offenses. Now, let's talk about Bo Nix, the Broncos' rookie quarterback, who continues to impress. Despite the loss, Nix delivered a solid performance against what many consider one of the NFL's best defenses. He threw 2 touchdowns, avoided turnovers, and led 3 methodical scoring drives to put 27 points on the board. For context, that's no small feat against the Chargers' defensive unit. Critics can say what they want, but Nix's growth and resilience are undeniable. Remember, this is the longest season Bo Nix has ever played. He's navigating uncharted territory, and yet he's showing maturity beyond his years. His ability to manage the game, even when the team deviates from its game plan, speaks volumes about his potential as a franchise quarterback. Sean Payton clearly sees it, and fans should take note too. But the Broncos' offense isn't just about Nix. The decision-making around the run game has been a hot topic as well. Against the Chargers, Denver moved away from a run-heavy approach, relying more on Nix to carry the offense. While the rookie held his own, it's clear that getting back to basics and committing to the ground game will be key moving forward. Sean Payton reportedly had run the ball, written on his play sheet, underscoring the importance of sticking to this core strategy. Looking ahead, the matchup against the Bengals is shaping up to be a pivotal moment for the Broncos season. Denver's defense, bolstered by the return of Riley Moss, is primed to make life difficult for Joe Burrow and company. Pat Certain, too, will likely be tasked with shutting down Jamar Chase, while the Broncos' pass rush could exploit Cincinnati's less formidable offensive line. Unlike the Chargers, who boast elite tackles, the Bengals' protection isn't as sturdy, giving Denver's edge rushers a chance to shine. And here's a fun twist. If you're into storylines, the Broncos have a chance to clinch their playoff spot against the Bengals on the exact same date, and against the same team they did 9 years ago. It's a poetic touch to what has already been an unpredictable season. What do you think? Broncos country, is Sean Payton playing chess while everyone else plays checkers? Are you buying into Bo Nix as the future of this franchise? Let me know your thoughts, and stay tuned because we're just getting started. This next phase of the Broncos' journey isn't just about individual performances or isolated decisions. It's about how everything comes together when it matters most. The upcoming game against the Cincinnati Bengals has the potential to define Denver's season, and all signs point to a team that's not only ready to bounce back, but eager to prove itself. Let's start with the bigger picture. The Broncos have already shown remarkable resilience this season. After a devastating loss to the Kansas City Chiefs earlier in the year, the team could have easily unraveled, much like other teams that faced similar heartbreak. Instead, Sean Payton rallied his players, and the Broncos responded by rattling off 4 straight wins. This kind of mental toughness is a testament to Payton's leadership and the buy-in he's gotten from his roster. In fact, it's this same resilience that gives fans reason to believe the Broncos won't falter against Cincinnati. Bo Nix, in particular, has never lost 3 consecutive games in his entire football career. That's right, never. And this year's Broncos team has yet to lose 3 straight, even in the face of significant challenges. Why start now, especially with so much on the line? What makes this matchup even more intriguing is how well-positioned Denver is to exploit Cincinnati's weaknesses. Joe Burrow, one of the NFL's premier quarterbacks, will face a Denver defense that is steadily regaining its form. Pat Surtain, too, one of the league's top cornerbacks, is expected to shadow Jamar Chase, while Riley Moss returns to provide additional coverage options against the Bengals receiving core that includes T. Higgins. But it doesn't stop there. Denver's pass rush, which struggled to pressure Justin Herbert last week, is poised for a rebound. The Bengals' offensive line, particularly on the edges, lacks the elite talent that the Chargers fielded. This could open the door for players like Jonathan Cooper and Nick Benito to wreak havoc in the backfield. A strong defensive showing could be the key to neutralizing Cincinnati's high-powered offense and swinging the momentum in Denver's favor. On offense, the Broncos have a golden opportunity to refocus their efforts on the run game. Sean Payton's apparent frustration with the team's reliance on multiple running backs during the Chargers game signals a potential shift in strategy. Expect to see more of Jaleel McLaughlin and Sandwich Perrine, who have shown they can thrive when given consistent opportunities. By establishing a reliable ground game, Denver can control the clock, keep Joe Burrow off the field, and set up Bo Nix for success in the passing game. And speaking of Nix, the rookie quarterback continues to defy expectations. Against the Chargers, he showcased not only his arm talent but also his composure under pressure. Despite being forced to throw the ball 40 times, a clear departure from the team's usual balanced attack, Nix kept his cool and delivered when it counted. His ability to lead 3 consecutive scoring drives early in the game is a promising sign for what he can do with a better game plan and more support from the running game. Looking ahead, there's also the possibility that the Broncos' playoff fate could be decided before they even take the field against Cincinnati. The Bengals are set to face the Cleveland Browns in a crucial divisional matchup, and a loss could effectively eliminate Cincinnati from playoff contention. If that happens, the dynamics of the Broncos-Bengals game shift dramatically, potentially giving Denver an even greater edge. But regardless of external factors, the Broncos know they control their own destiny. With 10 days of preparation and a healthy roster, Denver has every reason to feel confident heading into this pivotal stretch. The team's recent struggles have only served to sharpen its focus, and players like Jerry Jeudy and Courtland Sutton are poised to step up when it matters most. So, Broncos country, where do you stand? Are you all in on Sean Payton's long-term vision, or do you have doubts about the team's ability to capitalize on this opportunity? Can Bo Nix and the defense deliver the kind of performance that puts Denver firmly in the playoff picture? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button if you're ready to ride with this team all the way to the postseason.